one between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Here's Stephen Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now comes Russell Wilson in season number 9, 6-time Pro Bowler, as he gets set to lead this Seahawks offense.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career. 31 touchdown passes and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 74 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. It doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in. Get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Charles already trailing that touchdown early. In this offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, I feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On the carry.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
Henry
give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tackled at the 46.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty? But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On second down, here's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. It's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
They'll run on first down. Henry, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding it at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up a 2nd and goal.
No gain.
Right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Second down and goal. Tannehill. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play.
That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
A.J. Brown.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches.
Stephen Gostkowski for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
That ties the
extra
game.
Point good by Gostkowski, and we are tied at 7.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Return team. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it out to the 25.
That's good.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here.
Wilson's
Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way. Nice play there, forced incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. He's got Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. And laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Well, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
1st and 10.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive,
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Vincent Mayowa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They
get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. So that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's more on the return.
Receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. He gives it off to Carson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
On the carry.
He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson, that's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Carson.
Give him 9 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
A 4-yard gain.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Carson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Wilson with the handoff to Chris Carson.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards. And now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there on the 1st down.
Good gain by Chris Carson, picks up the 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And his kick is right through. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off for the touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Derrick Henry.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Titans 1st down.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. He'll get this complete to Batson. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
Oh.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Tannehill on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Derrick Henry
on the Seahawks 19-yard line.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Henry.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And it's 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Josh Gordon. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Bang out. 54, Mike. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on,
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 43 yards.
1st down and goal to go.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 27-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good.
The kick is
And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Seahawks 17.
So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's the end
There
of
you
the
have it.
first half.
Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Titans 14. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A gain
The
of
goal for any
19
offense
yards.
versus his own defense,
First down,
find the
Tennessee.
holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Batson.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Returning it is Moore. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own
Tyler
16
Lockett trotting
line.
onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of him.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go. Mike by 4. 12. Stay with your man.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
They're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
They run the counter. Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running her out and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watch the pass. Check. 53. Alert.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back. 19. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Oh, that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They run it with Carson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Carson.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because if you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
On the carry.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Jason Myers.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock during the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
On first down, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. That'll bring it second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Down. It's Henry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
On the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete. A.J. Brown.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. And he finds Corey Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Complete to Derek
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
To Derrick Henry.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is DJ Reed returning. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson
And this one's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
It's a 39-yard line, 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
48-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Henry's got it on the left side. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. Here we go, third and 1. Cut check time on both sides. And they'll let the fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
They tried their best to pick up that third and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
To their fullback. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
And the Titans.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Derrick Henry.
10 more there and another first down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
That's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
5-yard line.
Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now it's Tannehill. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Tannehill's pass.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is fourth down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Green 80. Check 53. So we got man.
Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Jason Myers to kick off for
So
Seattle.
right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it, and to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that, so when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Derrick Henry.
This is going to be the Titans' first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down, Titans.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 43. They'll run with Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry?
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
A loss of 12.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and comes right back and gets a sack.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Wilson,
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things and how they start.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler Gostkowski. This to win it in overtime.
33-yard attempt.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. To throw is Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.